What is going on YouTube? Psy Guy 29 coming at you for episode 127 of Crafts and Cards. Episode 127. Welcome to April. It's April 2023. Craziness for sure. Hope all is well. Get Easter, NCAA tournament. Great stuff. Baseball is back. Gonna have a little rant here. Wish I could justify getting MLB TV because I can't. Here where I live in Iowa, we're blacked out right now of 6 teams, and it sucks. I do this every year. I try to stay positive, but MLB, get your head out of your ass. This is not good for the game. The closest I can go is 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours gets me to Kansas City or Minneapolis. Everybody else, every other team that I'm blacked out of, is at least a 7-hour drive. Can't do it. I'm not costing them ticket revenue, so get it figured out. Anyway, let's get back to why we're here. Let's start with our beer. I'm going to start with a beer that comes from Minneapolis, and it's Modist Brewing, Teal Label. And you notice it says it's a West Coast IPA, and let's see, it's a 6.3 ABV, and let's get a look at it here. This won't all fit into my glass, but let's get it poured up here. Notice how I tilt the glass. That helps keeping the head from forming. Nice golden color. Just a little bit left in there. We'll put that back there. A little light test. Let's go ahead and turn it. Got the flying monkey there. A little bit in there. Not bad. Little haze. Cheers. Smells great. I like it. Good stuff. A little bit of almost a floral aftertaste. Not huge though. I'm not a huge fan of anything. If I get that big floral aftertaste, that's just not going to be a beer for me. But just a little hint. Not bad. All right, we'll set it over here out of the way so you can still see the can. Cards, we're going raw tonight. Tuesday Night Raw. And this is a second series. There's a first series out there. But this is the Famous Feats set, and put out by the RG Laughlin Group, and in 1980. And they're blank backed. It's called Famous Feats, second series, and features incredible stats throughout the history of baseball. And these are kind of cool because they're numbered in the bottom left corner when you look at it. So we'll start with Honus Wagner, who hit over 300 for 17 straight seasons. There you can see, blank back. Nice white. These came out of the same tub as last week's set that I showed, or partial set that I showed. Here we have Herb Pennock, who won 5, lost 0, and saved 3 World Series games. Next, we have Al Simmons, who had 200 or more hits in 5 straight years. You can see the caricatures. You can find these pretty cheap. They're just fun to look at. Hack Wilson and his 56 home runs in 30. My bad. We have Dizzy Dean, who won 34 games in 1934 and then won 2 more in the World Series for the Cardinals. We have Chuck Klein, who led the National League in total bases 4 years in a row. Nellie Fox led the American League in singles for 7 straight seasons. You notice most of these guys are Hall of Famers. Lefty Grove led the AL in earned run average 9 times. George Sisler had 257 hits, 1920. Lou Gehrig's consecutive game streak on that card. Like how they got the hat logo in on that one, but most of the others are missing. Rube Waddell won 10 games in a month. That's pretty impressive. Max Carey in 1922 stole 51 out of 53 base attempts. That's pretty good percentage there. Thurman Munson had 7 straight hits in the World Series between 76 and 77. Mel Ott had 100 or more RBI in 8 straight years. Doc White had 5 shutouts, 1904. Gonna have to do some digging on Doc White. Not real familiar with him. Babe Ruth led the American League in homers 12 times. Schoolboy Rowe won 16 straight games in 1934. Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier there. Here's Joe Medwick, who had 64 doubles in 36. Casey Stengel won 5 straight world championships as the manager. Roberto Clemente, shout out to Lou Rock TV, totaled 10 hits in back-to-back in 2 consecutive games. It's a pretty good deal. Christy Mathewson had a .665 winning percentage in his career. Yeah, 66% of his games he won. Jimmy Fox hit 30 or more homers in 12 straight years. Joe Jackson was a .356 lifetime hitter. Put the man in the Hall of Fame. Quit screwing around. Walter Johnson struck out over 3,500 batters in his career. Not a bad stat to have. Tony Lazzeri drove in 11 runs in a 1936 game. Hugh Casey had a .718 winning percentage as a reliever. I'd like to look into that and see how that kind of played out. That's pretty impressive, though. Ty Cobb had over almost 4,200 hits, 4,191. First baseman Stuffy McGinnis fielded .999 in 1921, had 1 error on the season. Good job, Stuffy. Gonna have to look into him some more, too. Cy Young won 20 or more games 16 times. Think about that. Yeah. Lefty O'Doul reached base safely 334 times in 1929. Eddie Collins played for 25 years and was a career .333 hitter. Joe McCarthy won 7 of the 8 World Series he managed. Ed Walsh had a lifetime ERA. Lifetime. 1.82. Not bad. George Burns stole home 27 times in his career. Walt Dropo had 12 straight hits in 1952. That's one way to raise your average. Connie Mack managed the A's for 50 years. Babe Adams walked only 18 batters in 263 innings in 1920. Rogers Hornsby hit over 400 for a 5-year span between 1921 and 1925. And the last card in the series, 2 famous feats, Grover Cleveland had 90 shutouts in his career. So, hope you enjoyed that. You can see the varying colors on the cards there. But we put those in a binder with a couple other, got a couple of Kmart and those Fleer box set type of things. Going to probably just try to make a binder out of some of those and get the small boxes and stuff off my shelf and out of the bigger boxes. So, hope all is well, and happy April. Go Twins. And like the sign says, collect what you love what you collect. Till next time, cheers.